She married a truck driver without knowing he owned the largest fleet in the country. Rachel gazed out the window of their small rented apartment as tears streamed down her face. The bills piled up on the kitchen table and the rent was late. Again, her husband Travis would be home any minute from another trip. He'd been driving trucks for years, always saying he worked for a trucking company. Rachel had met him at a gas station 2 years ago when her car broke down on the road. He helped her with his simple ways and sincere smile. They fell in love quickly and married within just 6 months. "Rachel, I'm home." Travis walked in carrying a grocery bag. "Travis, we need to talk." She quickly wiped her tears. "The landlord came by today. We have 3 days to pay or we'll be evicted." His face tightened with worry. Rachel noticed how tired he looked. His usual blue denim shirt was more worn than ever, the wrinkles around his eyes deeper. "Don't worry, love, I'll figure it out." He hugged her, but Rachel felt the tension in his muscles. "How, Travis, you're already working overtime, spending weeks on the road. Maybe I should take that job at Mrs. Jenkins' store." "No." His reply came out sharper than he intended. "I mean, you don't have to work. I'll take care of you." Rachel pulled away, frustrated. This wasn't the first time Travis had reacted this way when she mentioned working. "But it's not enough, Travis. Look where we live. We barely have food by the end of the month." Dear listener, if you're enjoying the story, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us newcomers. Now, back to the story. He lowered his head, running a hand through his brown hair. Rachel could tell he wanted to say something but was holding back. "Trust me, just a few more months and everything will get better," he murmured. "You always say that," Rachel snapped. "I'm tired of promises, Travis. My mother was right. I should have married Bradley. At least he has a stable job at the bank." The words spilled out before she could stop them. She saw the hurt flash in her husband's blue eyes. "I'm sorry, I didn't mean—" "It's fine." Travis forced a smile. "You have every right to be frustrated, but I promise I'll fix this." That night, Rachel pretended to sleep as she listened to Travis making hushed calls on the balcony. She couldn't make out the conversations, but sensed the tension in his voice. The next morning, Travis left early. Rachel decided to look for a job on her own. She couldn't rely solely on his income anymore. She put on her best dress, a simple light one she'd gotten for her birthday, and headed out. Her first stop was Mrs. Jenkins's store in downtown Golden Creek, a small town in upstate New York. The older woman greeted her warmly. "Rachel, dear, I heard you're looking for work." "Yes, Mrs. Jenkins, I'll take anything. I have an opening for a sales clerk. The pay isn't much, but it helps. When can you start?" "Today, if you'll have me." Rachel spent the day learning about the store's products. It was simple but honest work. When she returned home that evening, she found Travis sitting on the building steps, his face dark. "So where were you, Tin?" he asked without looking up. "I got a job at Mrs. Jenkins' store." He stood abruptly. "I told you you didn't have to, and I told you I can't take this anymore." Rachel shot back. "Why are you so afraid?" "Of me working? What are you hiding?" Travis opened his mouth to respond, but his phone rang. He glanced at the screen and paled. "I have to take this." He hurried away. Rachel followed discreetly, catching only fragments of the conversation. "Yes, sir, I understand. No, she doesn't know. Yes, I'll keep it that way." Her heart raced. What was Travis hiding? Another woman, a gambling debt? The possibilities swirled in her mind. That night, the atmosphere between them was tense. They ate their rice and eggs, the only thing they had, in silence. "Travis, what's going on?" Rachel finally asked. "I heard your conversation. What don't I know?" He nearly choked. "It's nothing important, just work stuff." "Don't lie to me. We've been married almost 2 years and I feel like I don't even know you." Travis stood up from the table. "I need to go. I have an extra delivery tonight." "Always running away," Rachel shouted. "Maybe we should rethink this marriage." He stopped at the door, his shoulders tense. "If that's what you want." He left without finishing the sentence. Rachel cried herself to sleep. She woke up in the early hours to the phone ringing. It was an unknown number. "Rachel? It's Mike, Travis's friend. There's been an accident." The world stopped. Rachel dropped the phone, her legs weak. No. She rushed to the county hospital. She found Travis on a stretcher with a few scratches and his arm bandaged. Thank God. She hugged him, crying. I thought I'd lost you. Sorry for the scare. It was just a minor crash. Mike, the friend who had called, stepped closer. Minor. Travis, you flipped the truck swerving to avoid that kid. Rachel's eyes widened. What kid? A boy ran across without looking. Travis swerved and hit the ditch. He could have been killed, Mike explained. A nurse approached with paperwork. Mr. Travis Coleman, we need your insurance details. No need, I'll pay out of pocket, Travis answered quickly. Out of pocket? Rachel was confused. But doesn't Coleman Trucking cover it? Travis and Mike exchanged glances. The nurse frowned. Sir, the treatment will be expensive. I said I'll pay, Travis interrupted. Rachel realized something was very wrong. Mike looked uncomfortable. Travis, let me... Mike, please! Travis cut him off with a sharp look. After being discharged, Rachel helped Travis into the house. He was pale with pain, but refused the more expensive medication. We can't afford it, he insisted. Travis, enough, Rachel snapped. What's going on? Why was Mike about to say something and you stopped him? Why won't you use the company's insurance? He closed his eyes, defeated. Rachel, there's something I need to tell you, but the phone rang again. Travis answered, his face turning even paler. Yes, I understand. Tomorrow without fail. He hung up and looked at Rachel desperately. The owner of Coleman Trucking wants to see me tomorrow. I think I'm getting fired because of the accident. Rachel felt the ground disappear. If Travis lost his job, it would be the end. She hugged her husband, feeling him tremble. We'll get through this together, she whispered, though she didn't know how. The next morning, Travis left early despite Rachel's protests about his injured arm. She went to her new job with a heavy heart. Mrs. Jenkins noticed her distress. What's wrong, dear? You look so down. Rachel told her about the accident. And Travis possibly losing his job. Oh, honey, but you know I always thought it was odd. Odd what? Nothing, just my silly thoughts. But Rachel insisted. Please, Mrs. Jenkins. Anything might help. The older woman hesitated. Well, once I saw your husband at the gas station. He was with a brand new truck, one of those imported ones, talking to men in suits. I thought it was strange for just a driver. A chill ran down Rachel's spine. More secrets. The day dragged on. When she got home, she found Travis sitting on the couch, his face unreadable. So? She asked anxiously. I wasn't fired. Thank God. But, he hesitated. Rachel, I need to take a long trip. 2 weeks. 2 weeks? With your arm like that? I don't have a choice. Rachel sat beside him. Travis, please. What's going on? Mrs. Jenkins said she saw you with men in suits, an imported truck. He stood abruptly. Mrs. Jenkins doesn't know anything. Then explain it to me. Why all the mystery? What are you hiding? I'm trying to protect you. From what? Rachel shouted. What do I need protection from? Travis ran a hand over his face, distressed. It's complicated. It's always complicated with you. You know what I think? I think you have another family. That's why all the trips, all the secrets. How can you think that? He looked genuinely hurt. What else am I supposed to think? You disappear for weeks, come back exhausted, don't want me to work, hide phone calls. Rachel, I love you. Then prove it, tell me the truth. Travis stared at her for long seconds. Rachel saw the battle in his eyes, as if he desperately wanted to speak, but something held him back. I can't. Not yet. Please, trust me. Trust. Rachel laughed bitterly. I'm sleeping at my mother's. When you decide to be honest with me, come find me. She grabbed a bag with some clothes and left, ignoring Travis's pleas. Her mother's house, Mrs. Dorothy's, was in the same neighborhood. The older woman greeted her with a mix of concern and satisfaction. I told you that truck driver was no good. Mum, please. It's true, you could have married Bradley. Today you'd be a bank manager's wife. Rachel went to her old room, too exhausted to argue. She spent the night awake, her heart torn between anger and longing. The next morning, her phone rang insistently. It was Travis, but she didn't answer. Soon after, she got a message. Rachel, I have to leave today. Please come home. I left money for rent and groceries. I love you. When I get back, I promise we'll talk. Travis. She reread the message several times. Where did he get money for rent? She returned to the apartment and found an envelope with a considerable amount. More mysteries. The days dragged on. Rachel kept working at the store, trying not to think about Travis. But it was impossible. She missed his smile, his embrace, even his annoying habits. One afternoon, Mike showed up at the store. Rachel, can I talk to you? If it's about Travis, please, it's important. She agreed to have coffee after her shift. Mike seemed nervous. Rachel, I've known Travis for years. He's a good man. Who keeps secrets from his own wife? He has his reasons. Believe me. What reasons, Mike? You know, don't you? What is he hiding? Mike lowered his voice. I can't say. I promised. But I can tell you it's nothing like you're imagining. There's no other woman, no debts. Then what is it? He needs to tell you, but Rachel, please don't give up on him. Travis loves you more than you know. Rachel went home even more confused. Who was the man she'd really married? That night, she got an unexpected call. It was a number from New York. Mrs. Rachel Coleman. Yes? This is St. Joseph's Hospital. Your husband was in an accident. The world spun. Not again. How is he? Stable, but he needs surgery. Can you come? But he's traveling. How is he in New York? Ma'am, he checked in conscious and asked us to come as soon as possible. Rachel took the first bus. The 3-hour trip felt endless. She arrived at the hospital, a huge modern building, nothing like the county hospital in Golden Creek. At the front desk, the receptionist checked the computer. Travis Coleman. Yes, he's in room 512, VIP wing. VIP? There must be a mistake. No, ma'am. It's correct. 5th floor. Rachel went up, bewildered. The VIP wing was luxurious, nothing like their reality. She found Travis in a spacious bed, his face bruised, one leg in a cast. Rachel, he tried to smile. You came. What happened? And why are you in the VIP wing? I might got a discount. Don't lie, she exploded. I'm tired of lies, Travis. What's going on? How are you paying for this? He closed his eyes, defeated. Sit here, he whispered. Rachel sat on the edge of the bed, her heart heavy. I'm not just a driver, Travis began. What do you mean? It's complicated. The door opened and a man in a suit walked in. He was tall, with graying hair and an imposing posture. Travis, I heard about the accident and came. He stopped when he saw Rachel. You must be Rachel. Nice to meet. I'm Robert Peterson. Rachel shook his extended hand, confused. Robert is my boss, Travis said tensely. Boss? Robert laughed. Travis, enough pretending. She's your wife. Robert, please. No, son. It's long overdue. Rachel, your husband isn't a driver. He's… Robert, Travis interrupted. Please, let me… The man sighed. Fine, but sort this out soon. Excuse me. He left, leaving behind a heavy silence. Who was that, Travis? And don't give me half-truths. Travis took a deep breath. Rachel, when we met, I was going through a tough time. I had just inherited something too big. I didn't know how to handle it. Inherited? What are you talking about? My father, he built an empire, Coleman Trucking. Maybe you've heard of it. Rachel's eyes widened. Of course she knew. It was the biggest trucking company in the country. Are you saying that when my father passed 3 years ago, he left everything to me, the fleet, the businesses, everything? But I didn't want that life. People only got close for the money. Even my ex-fiancée. He paused painfully. I found out she was only with me for the money. It was devastating. So I decided to disappear for a while. I took a truck and drove like I used to with my dad when I was a boy. Rachel felt her head spinning. You're rich. Technically, yes. But when I met you at that gas station, you were different. You treated me like a person, not a bank account. I fell in love right then. And you decided to lie to me. It wasn't a lie. I really do drive a truck. I just omitted the fact that the company is mine. Omitted? Rachel stood up, furious. You let me struggle, humiliate myself begging for jobs while you… I needed to be sure you loved me for who I am, not what I have. So you tested me like some experiment? No, Rachel, please. All those months of hardship, of humiliation, my mother comparing me to Bradley's wife. And you could have spared me all that. Tears streamed down her face. Travis tried to reach for her, but she stepped back. Rachel, I was going to tell you. I was waiting for the right moment. 2 years, Travis, 2 years of lies. I know, I messed up, but my love is real. Rachel stared at him, torn between anger and pain. How can I believe anything now? Because I'm here, hurt, and the only thing that matters is you. I didn't even care about the company, about anything. I just asked them to call you. She wiped her tears, trying to process it all. I need to think, She left the room without looking back, ignoring Travis's calls. In the hallway, she found Robert waiting. Rachel, can we talk? She hesitated but agreed. They went to a private room. I know you must be shocked. Travis did everything wrong, but you knew about this whole charade. I found out a few months ago. I tried to convince him to tell you, but he's as stubborn as his father. Why are you telling me this? Because I've known Travis since he was a boy. I've never seen him as happy as these 2 years with you. He gave up everything to live this love. Gave up? From what I understand, he's still rich. Robert shook his head. He doesn't touch the inheritance money, lives only on his driver's salary, said he wanted to build an honest life with you. Rachel's heart ached. Could it be true? He loves you, Rachel, in a way I've never seen. Please don't give up on him. Rachel returned to Golden Creek with her mind full of thoughts. How could she process all this? The simple man she loved was actually a millionaire in disguise. At home, her mother waited anxiously. What happened? Where's Travis? Rachel told me everything. Mrs. Dorothy almost fainted. A millionaire, Travis. But then nothing, Mom. He lied to me. But honey, think about it. I can't believe it. Now you're going to defend him. Rachel, the man, gave up a fortune to live with you in a rented little house. If that's not love. Rachel went to her room, confused. Could it really be? Or was it just another manipulation? Dear listener, if you're enjoying the story, don't forget to like and especially subscribe to the channel. It really helps us who are just starting out. Now, continuing. In the following days, Rachel kept working, trying to maintain normality. But it was impossible. Every time a truck passed by, she thought of Travis. Every time she looked at the bills paid with the money he left, she questioned everything. Mike showed up again. Rachel, Travis was discharged. He's at home. Home? What home? His house in New York. He isn't doing well. Hurt? No, emotionally. He's not eating, not sleeping. He only talks about you. Rachel felt her heart tighten, but she stayed firm. He chose to lie. Now he can deal with the consequences. Rachel, please go see him, even if it's just to end things for good. She resisted for 3 more days, but the longing was stronger than her pride. She took another bus to New York. The address Mike gave was in an upscale area. Rachel hesitated in front of the huge gate. She pressed the intercom. Yes? It's Rachel Coleman. I came to see Travis. The gate opened immediately. Rachel walked through a massive garden to the main house. It was beautiful, but not showy. Travis waited at the door. He was thinner, with deep circles under his eyes, leaning on crutches. You came, he whispered. I came for answers. All of them. He nodded and led her to the living room. Rachel sat tensely, keeping her distance. Ask anything, Travis said. No more secrets. Why didn't you trust me? Because I'd been betrayed before. When you have money, Rachel, you never know who's genuine. And testing me was the solution? It wasn't a test, it was fear. Fear that you'd change when you found out. Fear of losing what we had. And you ended up losing it. Anyway, Travis lowered his head. I know I was an idiot. But you have to understand, I grew up watching my father get flattered for his money. I saw friends turn their backs when he had problems. I saw my mother suffer from fake people. Rachel felt a pang of compassion but stayed firm. That doesn't justify lying to me. I'm your wife. You're right. 1,000 times right. But Rachel, every moment we spent together was real. Every laugh, every hug, every I love you. How can I be sure? Travis went to a desk and returned with a folder. Here's everything. Documents, accounts, contracts, the company, the money, all of it. See for yourself. Rachel flipped through the papers, stunned. The fortune was even bigger than she'd imagined. Why are you showing me this? Because I want you to see this too. He pulled out another document. It's a power of attorney. I was planning to transfer everything to your name. What? Why? Because the money never mattered to me. You did. I was going to do it on our wedding anniversary. I was going to tell you everything and put it all in your hands. Rachel felt tears welling up again. Travis, I messed up, I know. But if you give me another chance, we can start over. No lies. She studied him for a long time. She saw sincerity in his eyes, but also fear. Fear of losing her. I need time, she finally said. It's not easy to process all this. Take all the time you need. I'll wait. Rachel stood to leave. Where will you stay? Travis asked. I'm going back to Golden Creek. At least let me call you a car. No, I'll take the bus like I came. Rachel, please, you don't have to. I do. If we're going to have any chance, I need to think away from all this. She gestured at the luxurious house. Travis nodded, defeated. Back in Golden Creek, Rachel tried to return to her routine. But now everyone looked at her differently. The news had spread. Mrs. Jenkins was direct. Is it true? Is Travis really the owner of Coleman Trucking? It's complicated, Mrs. Jenkins. Honey, what's complicated? The man is rich and loves you. What's the problem? The problem is he lied. For love. How many rich men would pretend to be poor for you? Rachel didn't answer. It was a perspective she hadn't considered. At home, her mother was overjoyed. Sweetheart, you're going to be rich. We can leave this neighborhood. Buy nice things. Mom, it's not like that. I don't know if I'll go back to him. Are you crazy? The man loves you. And he lied because he was afraid of losing you. Rachel, be sensible. But Rachel couldn't just forgive. The trust was broken. How could they rebuild? A week passed. Travis sent daily messages, always respectful, just saying he loved her and would wait. One afternoon, Rachel was working at the store when a special customer walked in. It was Bradley, the former suitor her mother always mentioned. Now a bank manager, he looked impeccable in his suit. Rachel, I heard you were working here. Hi, Bradley. How are you? Good, good. And you? I also heard. You had some trouble in your marriage, Rachel tensed. Gossip spread fast. We're working it out. If you need anything, you know I've always liked you. The insinuation was clear. Rachel felt uncomfortable. Thank you, but I'm fine. Think about it, Rachel. I know you found out your husband is rich, but money doesn't buy character. I'd never lie to you. He left his card behind. She tore it up as soon as he was gone. Then she realized a truth. Even hurt, she still loved Travis. That night, she decided to call him. Rachel? His voice was hopeful. Hi, how are you? Better now. Are you okay? Yes. Travis, we need to talk. In person. Whenever you want. Wherever you want. Can you come here? But no driver, no fancy car. Come as yourself. I'll be there tomorrow. Rachel, thank you. The next day, Rachel waited nervously. When the doorbell rang, she took a deep breath before answering. Travis was there in his usual denim shirt, driving a simple car. Hi, he said shyly. Come in. They sat in the small living room. The contrast with the house in New York was stark. Rachel, first of all, I need to apologize, not for who I am, but for not trusting you. Go on. I've spent my whole life surrounded by people who only cared about money. Meeting you was like breathing fresh air. You saw me, not my bank account. And you thought I'd change if I knew. It was stupid, I know. But fear got the better of me. Every day that passed, it got harder to tell you. I saw you happy with our simple life, and happy? Travis, I struggled. I know, it was selfish, but I was right there with you, going through it together. Doesn't that count? Rachel thought about it. It does. But it doesn't erase the lie. What can I do to fix this? I don't know if it can be fixed, Travis. How can I trust you again? He knelt before her, taking her hands. Give me a chance. We'll take it slow. No pressure. You know, the truth now. We can build something new. And what would that look like, me turning into a New York socialite? No. We can live wherever you want, however you want. Rachel, the money is just money. What matters is us. She looked into his eyes. She saw the Travis she'd met, the simple man who'd won her heart. If I say yes, everything has to be transparent. No more secrets. I swear, you can. Ask me anything, see all the paperwork, visit the whole company. Slow down, one thing at a time. So, are you giving me a chance? Rachel sighed. I am. But it's going to be hard, Travis. Trust doesn't come back overnight. I know, I'll do everything to earn it back. They hugged carefully. It was a beginning. In the weeks that followed, Travis did everything to prove his love. He kept living in the small apartment, insisting they didn't need to change a thing. But Travis, this doesn't make sense. You have a mansion. So what? This is our home, where we were happy. Little by little, Rachel got to know the other side of his life. She visited the company, met employees who deeply respected Travis. Mrs. Rachel, an elderly man greeted her. What a pleasure to meet you. The boss talks about you so much. Is he a good boss? The best, fair, honest, just like his father. When he took over, he kept everyone's jobs, even raised salaries. Rachel felt proud. Travis really was the good man she had met, but not everything was perfect. Travis's ex-fiancée Vanessa showed up out of nowhere. She was everything Rachel wasn't. Sophisticated, elegant, clearly used to luxury. Travis, darling, I heard about your accident. They were in the company office when she walked in unannounced. Vanessa, what are you doing here? I came to see how you're doing. And to meet your wife. The disdain in that last word was obvious. Rachel, nice to meet you. I'm Vanessa, the ex-fiancée. Rachel kept her composure. Nice to meet you. It must be hard adjusting to all this, right? I mean, coming from... Where was it again? Golden Creek, Rachel answered proudly. Oh, right, upstate. How quaint. Travis stepped in. Vanessa, if this isn't business-related... But it is. I came to propose a partnership. My father is expanding his business and I'm not interested. Won't you even hear me out, Travis, for our past? Our past is exactly why I don't want business with you. Now, please. Vanessa shot Rachel one last venomous look before leaving. I'm sorry about that, Travis said. She's beautiful. And fake. Rachel, don't let her get to you. But it did. Rachel spent days comparing herself. Vanessa was everything a wealthy woman should be. And her. Her insecurity grew when Travis suggested a dinner with important investors. I need you there, as my wife. Travis, I don't know how to act in these settings. Just be yourself. That's how you won me over. The dinner was a disaster. Rachel wore her best dress, but she felt out of place among the women dripping in jewels. She made mistakes, mixed up utensils, spilled wine. On the way home, she cried softly. It was awful. They must all be laughing at me. Rachel, no one laughed. And if they did, that's their problem. It's no use, Travis. I don't belong in your world. He pulled the car over. My world is you. The rest is just background. Pretty words don't change reality. Then let's change reality. Want to learn etiquette? I'll hire a teacher. Want new clothes? We'll buy them. But not because you need to, because you want to. Rachel stared at him. What if I don't want to? What if I just want to? Stay simple, Rachel. Then you will, and I'll love you just the same. Her heart warmed, but the outside pressure didn't stop. Vanessa didn't give up. She showed up at events, always with snide remarks. Worse, she started spreading rumors. I heard she only married him after finding out who he was, she told a friend, knowing Rachel would hear. That's a lie, Rachel confronted her. I didn't know anything. Of course not, sweetheart, we all say that. The last straw was when Vanessa showed up at their apartment. What are you doing here? Rachel asked, alone at home. Came to pick up a few things I left with Travis. He didn't mention anything. Of course not. Men forget. May I come in? Rachel hesitated, but let her. Vanessa looked around, with disdain. Amazing how he lowers himself to this for you. No one's lowering anyone. This is our home. Home. This. Darling, Travis is used to so much more. If you were so unhappy, why did you leave him? Vanessa narrowed her eyes. I didn't leave. He left me. For a little fling that didn't last. Now he's stuck with you out of pride. Get out of my house. Your house? For how long? Travis will get tired of this mediocre life. He'll get tired of you. Rachel opened the door. Get out. Vanessa left with a malicious smile. When Travis came home, he found Rachel in tears. What happened? He asked, hugging her worriedly. She told him everything, his face darkened. That, Rachel, don't believe a word of it. But what if it's true? What if you get tired of this? Tired? Rachel, I love you more each day. But she has a point. You're used to more... Travis held her by the shoulders. Listen, I'll call Vanessa right now and make it clear that... No! It'll look like she got to me. But she did? Travis, maybe we should take a break. He froze. What? For you to think if this is really what you want. This simple life with me... Rachel, no, please. I need air. I'm going to my mum's. She left before he could stop her. Mrs. Dorothy welcomed her with concern. What happened now? Rachel told her about Vanessa. That snake. But honey, don't listen to her. But what if it's true, Mum? What if he gets tired of me? Rachel, the man lives in a tiny apartment for you. If that's not proof of love... But Rachel was too hurt to think straight. Travis called all night, sent messages. Rachel ignored them all. The next day at the shop, Mrs. Jenkins tried to cheer her up. Couples fight. It's normal. You'll work it out. I don't know, Mrs. Jenkins. Sometimes I think the gap is too big. The bell rang. It was Mike. Rachel, we need to talk. It's about Travis. What did he do now? He confronted Vanessa. Things got out of hand. Rachel's blood ran cold. What happened? She's threatening to sue him for defamation. Says he accused her of horrible things, and there's more. What? Her father is a partner in several businesses with Coleman Trucking. He's threatening to cut contracts. Rachel felt guilty. Because of me? No, because of that jealous woman. But Rachel, Travis couldn't care less about the contracts. He only cares about you. Where is he? At the office, trying to minimize the damage, but he's destroyed without you. Rachel made a decision. She excused herself from Mrs. Jenkins and went to New York. She found Travis in the office, surrounded by lawyers and papers. He looked worn out, but his eyes lit up when he saw her. Rachel, can we talk? Alone? He dismissed everyone immediately. You came. Mike told me, Travis, you shouldn't have confronted Vanessa. She hurt you. I won't tolerate that. And now you might lose important contracts. Travis took her hands. Rachel, I'd lose everything all over again for you. Understand? Everything. She felt tears welling up again. I don't want you to lose anything. I want you to be happy. I'm only happy with you. Rachel, let's stop this. Vanessa doesn't matter. Money doesn't matter. Only us. But... No buts. You're my wife. I chose you. I choose you every day. If I need to prove that publicly, I will. And he did. Travis called a press conference, shocking everyone, including Rachel. In front of reporters and cameras, he declared, I want to clarify a few things. Yes, I married Rachel without revealing my financial status. I did it out of fear, not distrust of her. That was my mistake. Rachel watched in stunned silence. My wife is the most honorable woman I know. She loved me when she thought I was just a truck driver. She loves me despite my flaws. Any suggestion otherwise will be met with legal action. He looked straight into a camera. And to be clear, I'd rather lose every contract than lose my wife. Rachel, I love you, publicly, officially, forever. The press conference went viral. Rachel was swarmed by reporters as she left. Mrs. Coleman, what did you think of his statement? How do you feel being called a gold digger? Will you sue Vanessa Parker? Travis shielded her, leading her to the car. Sorry about that, he said as they drove off. Have you lost your mind? A press conference? I needed to make it clear I'm tired of hiding our love. Rachel didn't know whether to laugh or cry. That was intense. You deserve it. You deserve for the world to know how much I love you. They arrived home, the small apartment. Rachel realized Travis always called it home, never mentioning the mansion. Travis, about us living here. What about it? That doesn't make sense. You keeping 2 houses. 3, actually. There's the beach house too. 3, Travis? What matters is where you want to be. Rachel thought for a moment. Maybe we can find a middle ground, a home of our own, neither a mansion nor a cramped apartment. Travis smiled. I love the idea. Shall we pick it out together? Together. It was progress. In the days that followed, the press conference had a huge impact. Some supported the couple, others criticized them. Vanessa disappeared from the scene, and her father even cancelled some contracts. We lost 3 important routes, Robert reported. And? Travis seemed indifferent. And we need a strategy to recover. Robert, honestly, I'm more concerned about picking out curtains with my wife. The man sighed. You've changed, Travis. For the better, I hope. Rachel, who had been listening, intervened. Travis, you can't neglect the company. Your employees depend on it. He looked at her, surprised. You're defending the company. I'm defending the families who rely on it. It's not just about the 2 of us. Robert smiled. You chose a wise woman, Travis. From that point on, Rachel became more involved. She studied the business, understood the responsibility. How many employees are there, she asked, looking over reports. Directly, about 3,000. Indirectly, many more. 3,000 families. Travis noticed her expression. What are you thinking? Tell that you carry a lot of responsibility, that I was selfish thinking it was just about us. Rachel, no, I need to grow up. If I'm going to be your wife for real, I need to understand your world. And she dedicated herself. She took online business courses, visited branches, talked to employees. During one of these visits, she met old Tom, a driver who'd been with the company for 30 years. Mrs. Rachel, what an honor. You know, I knew Travis when he was little. His dad used to bring him along on trips. Really? Yes. A mischievous kid. Wanted to drive the trucks. His dad would say, one day, son, one day you'll drive them all. Rachel smiled, imagining Travis as a child. And him, his father? Mr. Coleman? A fair man. Tough, but fair. Travis got the best of him. And his mother? Old Tom grew somber. Mrs. Martha passed when Travis was 15. Never saw a man grieve like Mr. Coleman. I think Travis is afraid of losing those he loves because of it. Rachel understood her husband's fears better now. At home, she gently confronted him. Why didn't you tell me about your mother? Travis was surprised. Who? Old Tom. Travis, this explains so much. He lowered his head. It's hard to talk about her. She died in an accident. Dad never got over it, neither did I. Rachel hugged him. Is that why you're so afraid of losing me? I lost Mum. I watched Dad waste away from heartbreak. When I met you, the fear of losing you paralyzed me. Oh, Travis, I know it doesn't justify the lies, but Rachel, the thought of being without you... Shh, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. They held each other, healing old wounds. The search for their new home became an adventure. Travis wanted something grand, Rachel something cozy. This one has 15 bedrooms, he said excitedly. What for? Are we adopting an orphanage? We could have kids. 15. They laughed together. It felt good to laugh again. Finally, they found it, a spacious yet welcoming house with a garden and room to grow. It's perfect, Rachel sighed. You're perfect. Travis kissed her. Moving in was emotional. They mixed simple furniture from the apartment with nicer pieces. This couch is worn out, Travis remarked. But it's where we first kissed, it stays. And it did. The house reflected their story. Simple and sophisticated, just like them. But challenges remained. Travis's family, whom he rarely mentioned, decided to show up. Travis, an elegant woman appeared at the door. I heard you moved. Aunt Margaret, he said tensely, and you must be the famous Rachel, the trucker. Just Rachel, she replied politely. Of course. Well, I came to see this house. After all, it's family property. It's my property, Travis cut in, and my wife's. Your wife... Travis, we need to talk about this. The family is worried. The family? What family? Where were they when Dad died? Travis. No? You show up now that I'm married? Why? Afraid of losing the inheritance? Margaret straightened up. We're just looking after the Coleman legacy. Then look after it far from my home. Leave, Aunt, she stormed off indignantly. Rachel touched her husband's arm. That was harsh. They deserve it. All they care about is money. When Dad got sick, they vanished. Now they're back like vultures. It must hurt. Family. You're my family. You and whoever else comes along. Rachel blushed at the implication. Whoever else comes along. Kids, if you want, whenever you're ready. I want that too, but first let's get settled. Stability seemed close. Rachel now understood Travis's world better, and he respected her roots. Until a new problem arose. The company was facing a crisis. Aggressive competitors lost contracts after the fallout with Vanessa's father. We could lose 30% of our revenue, Robert warned in a meeting. Options? Travis asked tensely. Cut costs, including personnel. Layoffs? No way. Travis, be rational. I said no, we'll find another solution. Rachel watched silently. Later, alone, she asked, what if there isn't another solution? There has to be. I won't fire people who trust me. But if the company goes under, everyone loses. Travis looked at her. What do you suggest? I don't know about business, but what if you asked for help? From who? I don't know. Other business owners? Consultants? Travis thought. Pride battled with reason. Maybe. Maybe you're right. It was hard for him. Travis had inherited his father's pride. But Rachel stood by him. They hired consultants, renegotiated contracts, explored new markets. Rachel surprised everyone with practical ideas. Why not transport goods for small producers? She suggested in a meeting. In Golden Creek, many lose their harvests due to lack of transportation. Small producers aren't worth it, an executive dismissed. Not alone, but together, and we build loyalty, reputation. Travis looked at her admiringly. Brilliant! Robert, look into this. The idea worked. They created special routes for small producers, fair prices. The company not only recovered, but grew. You saved the company, Travis said one night. We saved it, together. I love you, Rachel, more every day. I love you too, even when you're stubborn. Stubborn and proud. Proud and sneaky. He tickled her. They laughed until they were breathless. Life seemed perfect, until Rachel started feeling sick. Morning nausea, fatigue. Must be stress, she downplayed. Let's see a doctor, Travis insisted. It's nothing. But he wouldn't budge. At the clinic, after tests, the doctor smiled. Congratulations, you're going to be parents. Silence. Then Travis shouted with joy, lifting Rachel in the air. A baby, our baby! Rachel laughed and cried at once. Careful, the baby! Oh, sorry. Are you okay? Need to sit? Water? Travis, breathe! The pregnancy brought a new dynamic. Travis became overprotective. You can't carry that. He took everything from her hands. It's a loaf of bread. Heavy. I'll take it. Travis, pregnant doesn't mean helpless. Arguing was pointless. He turned a room into a dream nursery. Isn't this too much? Rachel asked, seeing the result. Nothing's too much for our son or daughter. Do you think it's a girl or a boy? We don't know yet. Doesn't matter. They'll be perfect. Rachel hugged him, moved. How far? We've come, huh? From a tiny apartment to this. The important thing hasn't changed. I still love you like the first day, even more. Travis's family tried to reconnect. A Coleman heir. Margaret showed up with gifts. We must celebrate. Aunt, no hypocrisy, Travis blocked. Travis, be reasonable. The child should know their family. Rachel intervened. She's right. But real family. The kind that shows up out of love, not interest. Margaret glared at her. What are you implying? Nothing, just making myself clear. You're welcome here out of love. If it's for personal gain, stay away. Travis held back a laugh, his sweet Rachel showing her claws. The pregnancy progressed smoothly. They found out it was a boy. Travis cried during the ultrasound. "A boy, I'll teach him how to drive a truck." "First diapers," Rachel reminded him. "That too, I'll be the best dad in the world." And he tried. He read every book, watched videos, practiced with a doll. "Travis, you've been putting a diaper on that doll for an hour. I need to perfect my technique." Rachel laughed at her devoted husband. As the due date approached, another crisis hit. A serious accident involving one of the company's trucks. There were injuries. Travis came home devastated. "One of our drivers, experienced." "I don't understand. What happened?" "Brakes failed, but maintenance was up to date. Investigations revealed sabotage. Someone wanted to hurt the company." "Who would do this?" Rachel was frightened. "I have my suspicions." It was worse than they imagined. A competitor, allied with Vanessa's father, had orchestrated the plan. "They want to ruin me," Travis concluded after gathering evidence. "What do we do?" "We fight. But Rachel, it could get dangerous. Maybe you should... Don't even think about pushing me away. We're a team." "But the baby needs..." "Brave parents, I'm not running." Travis kissed her. "How did I get so lucky?" "We both did." The battle was tough. Lawsuits, threats, attempts to buy off employees. But Travis and Rachel stood firm. "They offered double the salary to our best drivers," Robert reported. "And? None took it. They said loyalty isn't for sale." Rachel felt proud. The company they'd rebuilt had soul. The baby arrived in the middle of the crisis. Ethan came into the world screaming, healthy and strong. "Just like his father," the nurse remarked. "Poor thing," Rachel joked. "Hey!" Travis pretended to be offended, but smiled through tears, holding his son. "Thank you," he whispered to Rachel. "For what?" "For everything. For existing. For loving me. For our family." Rachel cried too. "We're the grateful ones. Right, Ethan?" The baby gripped his father's finger, sealing the moment. Fatherhood changed Travis even more. He balanced work and family with dedication. "Daddy's home." He rushed back every day. "The baby's 2 months old. He can't talk yet." Rachel laughed. "But he feels it. Right, champ?" Ethan gurgled, delighted by his father. The business crisis passed. Evidence of sabotage brought the culprits to justice. The company emerged stronger. "We should celebrate," Robert suggested. "At home," Travis decided, "with our family." They hosted a simple barbecue. Longtime employees, true friends. Rachel made salads. Travis grilled the meat. "Remember when..." "You thought I was just a trucker," he whispered. "The best days," she replied, "when it was just us against the world. It still is. Only now we're 3. Ethan slept in his stroller, oblivious to the celebration. Old Tom raised a toast. To the boss who never forgot where he came from, and to the lady who showed him where to go. Everyone cheered. Rachel was moved. "This is the real treasure," she told Travis. "Not money, the people. You taught me that. We learned it together." Life went on. Ethan grew, the business thrived, love deepened. One ordinary morning, Rachel woke to Travis watching her. What? Thinking. About. How? I almost lost everything because of fear, pride. But you didn't. Thanks to you. "Rachel, I need to confess something." She tensed. "What?" "Sometimes I still drive a truck for fun to remember." Rachel laughed in relief. "I know. You think I don't notice when you sneak out at dawn? You knew?" "Travis, after all this, you think you can keep secrets from me?" "Never again, promise." "Good, now get up. Ethan's awake." "My turn?" "Your turn." Travis grumbled but smiled as he got up to fetch their son. The woman who had married a truck driver without knowing his fortune now understood. The real wealth had always been there, in true love, in rebuilt trust, in the family they'd created. "Rachel," he smiled. Ethan smiled at me. Travis came back excited, holding the baby. Of course he smiled. He knows his dad is special. It's his mom who is. The 3 of them sat together on the bed. A complete family. "You know," Rachel said, "sometimes I think about what would have happened if you'd told me the truth. From the start. And Maybe we wouldn't have this. Maybe the money would have gotten in the way. Maybe it's perfect this way, with mistakes, lessons, and overcoming them. Yeah, maybe it is. Ethan babbled something. His parents laughed. He agrees, Travis declared. Of course, he got his mom's wisdom. And his dad's stubbornness. Oh, heavens, we're doomed. They laughed together. Outside, Golden Creek woke up to another day. Coleman Trucking was already moving goods across the country. But there, in that house, in that room, 3 hearts beat in harmony. Love had won. Not the love of fairy tales, perfect and without flaws, but real love, earned. Day after day, choice after choice. I love you, Travis said simply. I love you too, Rachel replied. Gah, Ethan contributed. And so, between laughter and cuddles, another day began for the Coleman family. No lies, no secrets, just love. The real treasure that had always been there. The end. And what about you, dear listener? Do you think Rachel did the right thing by giving Travis a second chance? Share your thoughts in the comments and let us know where you're watching from. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like and subscribe for more heartfelt moments. Thank you.